Hey guys, welcome back to Civilization 6, playing Russia as Peter. We are going to continue our battle with Montezuma. We're just going to set up our units here to hopefully take out the rest of his band of Eagle Warriors. And we're going to keep an eye on Germany over here as we continue to build our cities up. Looks like we're getting a great deal of religious pressure over here as well. Not too concerned about religion, though, because we are targeting for a culture victory. And I realize now this city is actually too many tiles away. It needs to be 3 tiles away.
And nagging.
And it's... looks like it might be right at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we might actually be too far away. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind. It's 3 tiles is the maximum distance that we can be. See if we can't take out this horseman here. So I'm not sure which it'll count. We'll just have to wait and see if we can build one here. I might be 1 tile too far away. Wow, I really like how these horsemen can really get across the map. All right. Let's go ahead and grab mathematics. Military tactics. No big rush for this. Let's see. No, we're going to need to get mathematics anyway, so we'll go ahead and go for mathematics. I'm not sure what that's all about. One of the little quirky bugs about the game. That and the camera that jumps around. I don't know if you guys are noticing that too much or not, but yeah, housing. And we lost our suzerain status with Mohenjo-Daro. But that's okay, because Mohenjo-Daro did a great job discouraging Montezuma. So that came in very handy at the time. Maybe we'll get these barbarian spearmen to help us out. And we should be able to take out this catapult pretty quickly here. One of the interesting things about the game that will probably get patched as well is playing in other games. I've noticed that some of the city-states, yeah, oh, it's because it's selecting the general. Yeah, it's still not even attacking him. Check that out. Oh, it could be because I'm out of moves because I've crossed the river there, maybe. And that horseman just came out of almost looking like nowhere. Probably from over here. But one of the things I noticed in playing different games is that when you, like right when I got towards the end of the victory, there was still AIs and city-states that had catapults and not even swordsmen, but actual warriors. So there probably isn't a proper upgrade system that the AI is actually using. So we'll just have to wait and see. We've not heard anything from Firaxis themselves in regard to an update, but a lot of people in the forums are definitely being very vocal about some of the things that need to change to really improve the game. But this really, you know, kind of a time for us to really learn the game. So I'm not overly concerned about it. I like the opportunity to be able to learn the game, and you guys can learn along with me. All right. So we're going to go with an industrial zone, and you'll come to understand this reasoning in time, because I have discovered that production is so incredibly important in this game that it plays an incredibly vital role in allowing you to really get units and other items out in a sufficient time, because as you see, we're kind of now really pushing through both technology and the civics tree. And what I'm discovering is, before the game is even remotely over, you'll be. I was through the civics tree as Grease in my other game, way, way, way before I was done playing the game. Way before. I mean, many turns prior. So, go ahead down, put a theater. I think I'm gonna put it over here, not along the water. I don't think we'll get any kind of a bonus from the... We shouldn't get any bonuses from the lectures. I'm going to put it right here. It'll be next to this. You know what? Let's get a worker. What am I doing? Let's get a worker here. Let's get some workers going here. Alright, unit needs orders. This is our general. We'll see if we can't kind of close these guys in and get some kills up here. And kind of... There we go. Finally. We're going to go ahead and take this piece because we can form up, get our city going, and then probably come after him later. So he's going to give us additional iron. We're going to get some horses, some tea, mercury. Absolutely. I think that's a great deal. We'll go ahead and take that. But we are between two very warring civs, just so you guys know. So we're ping-ponging between both Germany and Montezuma. Yes, and we will take that friendship from the United States. Absolutely. Actually, we have a decent amount of troops, and we were managed to fight off Montezuma, so...
We have them covered away to increase our farming output.
Okay, yes, we get stirrups.
With the advance of feudalism came the growth of iron armor, until, at last, a fighting man resembled an armadillo.
Alright, let's see. Do we want to change now that we've finished that war? Let's see. Well, we do get an additional policy here. Unit maintenance, that'll come in handy because we're at negative 9.3. I still want the production. I think I'm going to swap out the wild card for Bastion since we're not at war and go with the additional gold. And you'll see this update either now. Yes, it did now as opposed to having to wait for a turn. And we've got an upgrade here for this unit. We'll do that on the next turn. And we'll post up here. Fortify. And we'll start sending these guys back into more defensive postures. They did a great job helping us out. So it looks like Pericles is now fighting Montezuma. So that'll keep him busy. And we have a horseman over here with an upgrade. That was interesting. Just simply changing the camera apparently changes your ability to actually upgrade him. And we're going to move Sun Tzu and our chariot over here. Next turn. Go ahead and take out this barbarian. Probably take out this barbarian camp while we're up here as well and take the gold. We could use it. They will probably take that warrior out. Might even take all three of them to do it. Let's see. And one more. Nope, he's not going to attack. Okay. Now, I did switch it to quick movement. I noticed that it does help with turns in the later game. Not sure why it's so slow right now. Other than perhaps waiting for these eagle warriors. Yeah, so they did take him out. Hopefully we can take this camp out. So we'll block these guys out from taking the camp. Send him back, let him heal up. See, again, it's getting stuck again. There we go. once we get some of these camps out of the way, that'll help us as well. As far as them pestering us here in our cities. Let's check our great people real quick. Okay. We have a great artist and a scientist coming fairly soon. And we should get that theater going here. Let's go ahead and swap out the construction here and go back to our amphitheater, or start an amphitheater. We have the industrial zone going here, next to a quarry, of course, or a mine, more specifically. So we can get that additional bonus. And we should be able to take this guy out. Yep. And then we'll bring these guys back. Got some missionaries moving in. And if you do decide you want to go with a religious victory, you are going to want to start very early in the game. It's one of the few victories, I would say, that you're going to want to start as early as possible. We'll go with combat strength. At least as far as I can tell right now, you're definitely going to want to focus on your religion as soon as you pretty much start your first city and additional cities. Also noticing that although it's nice to have builders to improve tiles, it's not as critical, I think, as it was in Civilization 5, because amenities are really your happiness, as opposed to just trying to get luxuries and swap out luxuries with other civs. So, in retrospect, the builders, although important, aren't always as critical as, say, they were in Civ 5, which I'm discovering. All right, do we want stirrups? Yeah, we have iron, so let's go ahead and take the stirrups. Next turn. We're going to be building a harbor here soon as well, and a commercial district, so we can get some additional trade routes, and we probably need to start another trade route. Bring these guys back home. Probably need to pull a lot of them down this way. Probably going to start an encampment here as well, since we have so much flat land. And we'll bring Sun Tzu down here. He'll come in a little more handy in this area versus up there towards St. Petersburg.
Being a mercenary, though, hey, we just go wherever there's a mixture of money and trouble.
All right. We're not going to change policies, but I did want to pop over here just for a second, because that one is very nice. Culture and science from internal trade routes. That's going to come in a little more handy a little bit later, but right now we're just going to stick with gold and production. And let's choose our civic. We will go with civil service. Maybe we'll get an alliance with either the U.S. or possibly even Pericles. Depends on how they feel about us. Let's see. Yeah, we got about 12 negatives with him. And we're doing really well with the U.S. apparently. Yeah, only the negative for different government. That's not too bad. So that's good to know, because the last thing we want is the U.S. beating us down too. That will make things very hard. Let's see if we can't get Mohenjo-Daro back as a suzerain. Yes. Okay. And that's going to provide us with housing.
Ich verstoре meine Feinde und ob ihnen helft.
All right, so here we go again with Germany. We're just ping-ponging back and forth. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, he's just antagonizing us. Okay, I thought that was war for a second. We'll post up. But we're more prepared now to defend ourselves. See, he's... he's standing over here with his warrior. All right, let's see what we have. Also finding that if you just manage your citizens yourself as opposed to using the governors, you can use the governors if you want to. Let's say, for example, if you want to rush something, but I'm just finding that it's just a little bit easier to just manage your city manually. So we're going to go ahead and go for the incense. Get that luxury going. Help us with amenities. Let's see how we're doing amenity-wise. +4, so we're doing fine. And let's get that trade route going. And we'll post up here. Sleep. Next turn. So the next thing I'm kind of concerned about is whether or not we will be able to build that harbor or not. So we'll go ahead and work the wheat. See, let's check our citizens. Normally I do this in between the series, since this can get a little laborious. But I just want to show you guys too that sometimes it's just better to manage this yourself than to allow it to be governed by the AI. We'll get a builder over here too. We'll go ahead and just focus on some of our resources. Take advantage of them, of course. We've got some salt here as well. Let's take a look. Definitely want to work the food for now over here. And the gold just for the momentary time. We have some rice, stone. Alright. Another thing you can do while you're waiting for your turns is you can check your victory screen. See, Greece is already 2 of 34. This expands, actually, this number here. So overall, we are 3rd in culture for now, for right now. And we are 3rd in religious victory, although we're not pushing for it. Unmet player is going for religious. I'm not surprised that Greece is in lead with culture. Germany for domination. Interesting. And we are 5th in science. Yeah. But that's okay. We've had a lot. All these wars are really kind of keeping us busy. Upgrade. A lot of good experience from that war. Now we can kind of focus on our cities and get things rolling in them. Let's just pull to our territory. We could actually purchase... No, I thought we could purchase a unit with faith. Let's see. The incense will do us... Well, this incense is going to cover the 4 cities. So we could go for production here. Which will do us a lot of good. So now we're just trying to bring all this together here. We're going to have this theater done, and then we can use our writer.
In the ground. Mercy I asked. Mercy I found.
And let's go ahead and get this lumber mill for production. Let's make sure our guy is working it, and he is. We'll just lock him for now. So it's going to give us 11 production. It is still early in the game, production-wise. Let's go ahead and get our military tactics. Let's take a look around the map here and see just kind of a situational awareness of what we got going on. So it looks like Pericles is keeping Montezuma busy. So we don't see a whole lot of troop activity. If we can take out the scout, that'd be nice. Yep. Well, almost. Almost. And production for our city. Let's go ahead and get... Should we get a builder? Let's take a look. Yes, we'll go ahead and get a builder. That will come in handy. Let me know in the comments section below how you guys are enjoying the game. I've heard from a lot of you. Mostly a lot of my guildmates, no way. No open borders. Not going to happen. Been hearing a lot from my guildmates who have been enjoying the game a lot as well.
Sjóðinn varnarlaus, vinur minn. Árás væri auðveldaverk.
Easy to raid. Haven't even seen any of his units over here. Production. And we could certainly use a builder here as well. So we'll go on builder mode here for this series of turns. Alright guys, we finally ended this war with Montezuma. Might only be a matter of time before he comes after us again, and maybe even Germany. But we are kicking right along, playing Russia, and I will see you in the next game.